Hello, comrades. It's Premier Rever, and I am back again, looking down at the city of Neuve Revergrad, and I have no idea why. It's not much going on here. The game has been paused since the end of the last episode. If you didn't catch the end of the last episode, or if you didn't watch it at all, we have now planned much around our steel mills, and I have a few goals for this episode. I would like to get our ore processing done. We'd like to get some electricity figured out at some point here. And in addition to that, we need to get some people working. And this is probably the last big planned area that I would intend to pull people out of the Neuve Revergrad area. I'm not sure exactly where we'll pull them from at this moment. Sort of depends on how many houses we can get in to do our coal mining area and power area here. We need to pull people off to get them to the bakeries. And I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of Electrical Town, but there is that possibility that we might even just get rid of Electrical Town and bus people in here or train them in here, though at this moment I don't see that happening, though it's no reason we couldn't, right? We can definitely get a train in here and get rid of these people from those houses. I mean, I hate to build things and then just tear them down, but we'll see. That's kind of far down the road, and maybe they're just as well sitting there. We could still train extra people in to bring them into here to up our production. What I'm really hoping to do, though, is get enough of this done. I am going to do a live stream this Sunday of this, and I'm going to just do building. I'm going to really try to avoid doing any design other than if we realize something is in the way of our construction and needs to be repaired at that moment. It's sort of like some people like to see the construction. Other people I can just tell from the view count and whatnot, the likes count. It's my only real feedback from you guys in a lot of cases. Obviously I get some comments, but nobody says, "Oh, I hated that construction episode." So in any event, I know that and this one in particular, it's not going to be that exciting on Sunday. We might plop down and improve things a little bit, but it's just not going to be that exciting. It's going to be kind of like what I would do if I was off camera. So don't feel bad if you miss the live stream or if you don't like them. I'm going to try to make it almost like off camera work done on a live stream for those of you who do want to chat for a while and whatever. And it'll be sometime on Sunday. I'm not 100% sure right now. I will probably Sunday morning my time, which would be like the afternoon in Europe. But we'll see. Sort of depends on how life goes, but that would be my plan. Sometime, and I'm on Eastern time zone, so I would think like 8 or 9 in the morning would be the most likely time. So keep an eye out if you're interested in that. And like I said, I'll try to put a live stream up if you know how to find those on YouTube, and you'll be able to see the time. I'm doing this episode on Friday morning, so I want to work everything out. All right. Well, talking about all that's not getting it done. People, I figured out that if we come here and take a look, this is one of the few things I did between the episodes, is just sort of get our fine measuring tool. And I kind of figured out that in order to get people to here, let's zoom out so we can get, I don't think there's much chance in putting one train stop in here, excuse me, that would handle all of these people up here, and then we're going to have to get people to here and here. So what I'm thinking of is that we have 4 train stops, one in this area that would handle people going to these 2 power plants, another one in this area to handle, they're not power plants, steel mills, to handle people going here, which is fine because they could also come up to the ore processing potentially. And I'm not sure how far we'll get. If you look, we're kind of far away from, so we might even have to do more to get people up here. So we'll see. We'll work out the train passengers last. But I don't know if you watched the last episode, I think these lines will be key. And there's a good chance we may redo this a little bit. Bring some of this out a little bit straighter. And then that way we could put like an overpass here to get back into here. Right, if you picture, if all of these came out straight, we could get an overpass maybe and then get it turned into here. But we'll see. And this could be an in and an out, right? Like there's nothing stopping this guy from going over there. So we could have the train come in, go for some kind of loop. It would be like a double overpass there. where they would come for some kind of loop and or double loop, drop off their passengers at the coal mines, and then come back here. Does that make sense? I hope. If not, hopefully it'll make sense before it's all done, right? One of the things I didn't do, what is this guy? He's an asphalt paver, the lone asphalt paver. I think I'm just going to come in here because we have money and buy the big bulldozer, 157 grand. And that isn't out of line, by the way. There's even bigger bulldozers in America. And then we're going to buy an excavator. So at least we have them here. And what that's going to let us do is reach this final place. So what I'd like to do real quick is we're going to delete this. We're going to delete this so that we can lay them down together and you guys can get a better idea. I put them there as much for my markers, like for leveling, right? Like I didn't want to, there we go, play pause. Like in other words, it gave me an idea where they would be and how far this could be from there type thing. And I still might have to do, well, we will have to do some leveling to get train tracks and whatnot up here, but this way you guys can now see the iron mines and why I would have put one here. Now you see this is like, where was that guy? Right over here. Like, you know, I don't even know if that's the best place for him, but it's, you know, pretty reasonable, but really kind of a weak coal seam there, or iron seam there, right? So you can see why I then put one like over here. Like that's a really nice one. And we'd want him facing this way. All right, so if we plop that guy here, what I'm thinking of is like we would have, where does this guy's influence end? Doesn't matter, it's far enough away. There we go, now we can level nicely. That's it, I don't really like how high up that's going. But we'll get a little bit of a level area there and then zoom in. Yes, at least so I could see where I was. Yeah, see, now I can kind of tell. Now let's get this train lowering tool and just get rid of some of the... Yeah, see, I'd really like to cut in and put that guy, yeah, a little bit lower. You know, like if we could get it cut in here, and this is where you're almost always better off. Let's get a little gravel quarry. Is that guy yellow? Can't even tell. Yeah, see. No, that's not working. Let's lower that. All right, so you know what's going to happen if you guys have watched very long. I'm going to get this guy leveled down to about this height here. Let's put on the wireframe. So it's going to be a good amount to get through these rocks. And I'll do that off camera in a minute. But at least we know where that one's going, right? We can pretend for a few more minutes. And then let's talk about the amounts, right? So let's just assume that those two will be like 50% iron mines, because I think they'll be close to that, but maybe not quite. But if they were 50%, you can get about 500 out of each one, right? 4 tons of iron per worker times 250 would be 1,000. And 50% efficiency would be 500. So if we had 500 iron coming out of those 2 iron mines, how many ore processors would we need in order to do that? So we would need, in order to do 1,000 total, right? We would need about, let's see, it's 125 iron ore. So we would need like 8 of those at least, if not 9. But I think 8 would be pretty good. But let's just see. Now, assuming we could get these guys full, right? Which it sounds like we could. It's a lot of people pumping up there. But, you know, with these ore processes, we're going to get about 100. What did it say? 105? Yeah, so if we did get them full, that would be 105 each. And then how much are these guys going to process? We have to come down here and look. These guys would need 200. So that would work out pretty well. And I actually didn't plan that well. So that's what I think we're going to do, is we're going to try to get 8 ore processors in here. And in order to do that, what that's kind of screaming out for me to do is level more of this, maybe even lower this guy down, right? And I'm thinking right off the bat that all of that could go into one large aggregate storage, right? Where we would have, like, I don't want to get too close to here so we can get some trains for passengers by, but we can get pretty close, right? Like, so we would have, let's just pretend this guy fit like right in this area. Yeah, this might work out. Well, yeah, the problem is this would get fed in this way. So let's turn this guy. Let's think about this a little bit more, where these guys would actually fit in before I start. That guy was just plopped down for demo purposes. So like 2 of them could come out, and then if we spin around, you could see like they could send their chutes out either into some storages, or yeah, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to have a storage buffer. So, well, we'll have to, because what we'll have to do is, yeah, thinking about it, we would take these 2 storages or these 2 plants and feed them into one large aggregate storage that would then feed that one plant, right? So something like, well, where does this guy get? Oh, we already have our aggregate storage. I'm sorry. Yeah, so we would have, yeah, the 4 plants would have to feed into this one thing. Okay, this is working out, or at least has the potential. That's right. I'm glad I remembered that before I... Yeah, okay, good. All right, so now let's see. So we have coal coming out of like right up there, or I'm sorry, iron coming right out of there. We'd have to get it to 4 different plants here. And then those 4 plants, I mean, if we just did bang, bang, bang. Yeah, what if I just started like as close to where I didn't think I was gonna, you know what, and what if where are we gonna put the train stations to feed passengers? I think we should put the train stations on this ridge. Like I can level out enough of a spot like on the ridge where the train could come in and then feed passengers in, and it would go underneath of the conveyors that are feeding down there. The problem is I think we're going to do, here's the debate. Do we do these facing like this way? Yeah, and then I think I'm just going to have like the mechanical turning conveyors come this way. Because I think I might even need to, if I want to try to use one storage, yeah, I think I might, like if I were to plop this guy right here, and then like another one, like say here, where do I go? Yeah, I think I go a little bit further over with this one. Just because I have the room. So iron ore processing. What I'm trying to eye up is, can I get a conveyor right into there potentially? Or it might take 2 mechanical conveyor things. So I think that's, yeah, the other problem is I was talking about bringing that train back across here, and that train line would want to be like right here. So I don't want to, well, let's let we can do other things with the passenger train. So here's what I'm thinking for this one. Let's just see how this works out first. Can I get, yeah, see, this would have to be, yeah, I might need 2 of these. Almost certainly will. So will that attach? Yes. And then Yeah, there's no way. Hill causing obstruction, but yeah, let's go ahead and put, and this might be a thing for, like that'll raise the, we might just put these in so we can get train tracks through here, right? Because this is going to be kind of due to pillars. Oh, really? Okay, well, let's just use the regular demolish tool for a second. Nope, you got to go to this one. Right, so that would get that guy fed in. Now, this guy, I'd want to do something similar, except for maybe try to cheat him down a little bit closer. Like, you know, I want to get him so he's like this, where we could get the, yeah, that guy might, if I put him like right here, I know it doesn't look that great. I like that the roads are out this way, and I like that these guys have passenger things. So let's go back over to conveyors and see if we can't get one. Oh, that just really blocked up getting a train through there, though, didn't it? Well, not really. We could go down and around, I guess. Well, let's say trains will take a secondary thing. Like, will this guy attach? Yes. Hill causing obstruction. Yeah, I can see why that is. I don't really want to put in two of those. So let's do this guy different. Oops. And you know what? Get rid of that guy too. Yeah, I don't like the fact that he's blocking where I might put a train. So what I'm thinking of is we could probably turn him even further. Like this. Keep him further down this way. And then, where are we going here? So we got to get 4 of these things in, you know? Oh, wrong button. Definitely wrong button. And then now, can I get this guy to go? Like, will you go there and still attach from here? Yes, you will. And yes, you will. Yeah, I think I could even get, yeah, one way or the other, I think I can get a train through here. Even if the train track is a little goofy. And then I think we could do, you know, maybe the mirror thing right here. Now, where are we in relation to our coal mine or iron mine? I keep saying coal mine right here. So good. So we're still within range and we're not taking up too much room this way. Now this guy, yeah, let me do a little bit more leveling. I think you guys get the idea. So what we'll do now is talk about a large aggregate storage that one way or the other would sit like in this ballpark. And I'm wondering, you know, like, so I need to level back into here a little bit, which might actually just be easier to level all, like this whole thing out like I did before, but push it back, like say to here, right? Because we're still nowhere near, I lost that coal mine again. Nope, that's the other one. Where the heck did it go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so this is our first coal mine. It's all the way over here. And then the other one will be up in this area. So I can level out that area. And I think what I'm going to do, it's going to take a little while, 10, 15 minutes at least, is just level this back until this guy would fit in here. And then you can see where we would, you know, conveyor down from here, the stuff into here. And then from there into the 4 different 4 different things. All right, so let me take out about, this much of this hill right here. And then I'll do that other thing, get that other coal mine in. And then I'll also make sure that we can get from here and from there to here. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, I plopped down our large storage, aggregate storage there. And what I did was I went across the mountain, as you can kind of tell. Maybe you can follow that it's just sort of cut these paths this way just to level it out enough that I could get a road, not a road, but get this to be fairly, not level, but kind of orangish red as opposed to just like this cliff. So we could probably even, looking at it, like I could definitely take down that cliff. I didn't even look at it from this angle, did I? You can tell. All right, so if we come from, pick a road, just, you can usually, it's fuddly. I kind of enjoy it. I guess it's certainly not going to be for everybody, is it? Sometimes you can get all the way across. I don't want to level up anything. Yeah, see, like once you get a little bit of it cut, you can kind of cut the rest down to wherever. There you go. Not too bad, right? And then some of it you can do with the leveling tool. The old leveling tool actually does hills, fairly well. I know a lot of people don't like it, but it's really not too bad, once you get used to it in particular. But there we go. So that looks, and see, I got a few other spots, but I don't want to go too nuts because I want to kind of lay out the rest of these. So let's just see how this is going to work with the wrong button, with the right button, with the conveyors. So we could get, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get that guy there. Can we get another one out? Yeah, see, I'm thinking, we're going to need to get this guy. Yeah, see, that's going to be a little bit too tight, I think. I guess I could push this guy closer to here, right? And then, yeah, I just can't go too close. But yeah, we can go, I just sort of plopped it down, which I've been commented about before, my plopping things down. All right, so we do truck aggregate loaded. Yeah, there we go. Large storage is right there. So let's get it a little bit closer to this. And now can we get this guy at a little bit more of an angle and enough to get? No, I don't think so. I think I'm gonna have to turn it a bit more. Oh, why won't you build? Yeah, so that's gonna be too much. So let's leave this guy there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to turn this a little bit more. Well, let's just make it straight. Just put it like right. Yeah, I'm walking a fine line, aren't I? There we go. Okay. Yeah, straight was the key. So now we want to try to get, let's get another conveyor. This one might be a little bit easier to do. Let's try to get them the same distance. I don't care if they look exactly. All right, can I get this conveyor to attach? Yes. All right, so now we can plop down, 2 more of the iron ore processors. Keep this guy as tight as we think. Yeah, that's, well, the problem's going to be getting the conveyors back out of there. Right? Maybe. And then this guy's going to have to go up this way. So he's almost going to definitely need another conveyor anyway. Yeah, so let's just put him like that. Because he's going to, well, yeah, he'll definitely need a conveyor to go over there. I think they all will need, when I say conveyor, I mean the conveyor, what do they call it? Engine? Yeah, transfer. And one of the reasons I want them all to have that is because I don't want to get too close to that road if I can. Hopefully, we might have to get rid of that power line. And then this guy, maybe there. I don't think that's going to work. Let's just make sure this guy can attach first. Yeah, and then if I were to go from that guy to this guy, overlaps with existing construction. Let's go carefully delete the high voltage wire there, because that might be a problem. Bigger problem than I'm thinking it is right this minute. Now, can we get from there to here? Bridge pillars hitting the infrastructure means delete some of this, at least for a moment. Yeah, there we go. Look, we're attached. Now, well, we're certainly probably not getting 3 trains through there, right? If we were to, how easily is this guy connecting? Very. So let's see. I want to delete this one. And then, can I move him? If I move him a little further this way, I might be able to get that road out and still make this happen, right? And that might move where, yeah, see, it moved where those legs were a little bit. So we might be able to finagle that if that works. And then, can we get a road in now there? Yeah. Good. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot happening. All right, let's go over to the railroad track building section. And can I get a railroad track? Yeah, pretty close in there. I mean, I really don't need more than one, but can I then? That last one's not going to work. We're not going to get 3, but I think we'll get 2. And I'm fine with that. And then this guy would just need to do something over here. And I never did level this, did I? All right, I don't want to fiddle around with these tracks because we can always fine tune them a little bit later on. Right? And then this guy could probably join up here if we ever wanted. Again, I don't necessarily need so many tracks. Almost certainly don't need so many tracks. So then this guy could, there we go. So that'll at least get through there. Yeah, if we wanted to have more tracks coming in and out, we can. Let's get rid of this other one so it just doesn't even distract us. Oops. Because there's, I guess you could have, well, we could have more down here feeding in, like so that they had like a staging, right? So you could have like theoretically 4 tracks, one for each thing, kind of feeding off, and then, does that make sense? You really only need like 1 going to the last one, so you could have trains waiting at that point. All right, but anyway, that, like I said, I don't want to get into that too much. What I was hoping to do is lay this out so that we could then go back to more ore processing. Yeah, and so this guy, these would all have to feed into here. Yeah, it's a shame. It's kind of off, right? Like, so what I think I may do, yeah, in order to make up for the offness, I think what I may do is cheat this guy. Where's the road for this guy? He's coming out the bottom there. I'm going to cheat this guy over this way, even if it means needing a transfer. All right, so we can bring the road maybe across there. And then this guy, do we just, I mean, that's going to be like the closest. We need to get the output. This guy should turn a little bit and go like this way, right? Yeah, because that one might all, wow. Yeah. And let's see, where would we put our large aggregate storage? So if I cheated it like in here, no, that guy's not going to touch it. I'd have to turn it more. One of the, it's not going to attach to the closer one. But if I did, well, see, our ore is coming from this way. Yeah, what if we did, I want to leave enough room behind it, like, so that we could get the train track kind of over this way. Yeah, if we have to put in engines, we'll put in engines. I think I could cheat it a little bit more like that. Yeah, and I think what I will have to do is put in conveyor engines, even though it's, I don't want to get too far out into this way, right? Because we're going to be, well, this, we could level out more. See, this is where we're staying out of zone. So we do have all this area. So let's see what this looks like. Will you attach to there? No way in heck. See, if I attach that guy, which will attach, he'll block the other one. So let's just use two of these. We have the money. And this guy will stay out this way. You know what, as a matter of fact, you're going to come like this. And then you are going to come like this. Hopefully that lines up. Yep. Yep. No problem here. No problem there. I don't know if we're going to get roads in and out of that, but there we go. So that's two more of them done, right? And then now, these two guys, yeah, you're going to definitely need an engine. And we're not getting trains across the front here. No. Well, we could get it, you know what, we could get them through here, right? Well, we got this, yeah, we got that road then causing issues. Well, we'll see. We'll work on, trains come second. We'll fit them in there somehow, even if it's a little goofy. Yeah, so this guy's going to need a transfer engine just to change the angle so that we can get this conveyor. Hill causing obstruction. Okay, let's smooth that out a little bit. Pillars below. Okay, we have a solution for that as well. Yeah, as a matter of fact, you know what? We're going to get rid of that guy. There we go. Yep, so then this guy, yeah, you know what? Even though it seems, yeah, we'll stay away from that road there. It's a little bit goofy looking, but I think, yep, you'll attach that way. And you'll attach that way. Good. So now the problem's going to be getting these two all the way over to here. All right, so let's go back to ore processing plants. And you're going to be... Yeah, I think like that, we could put like a transfer station, hopefully get that road past it, right? Oh, thank you, save, just as I was about to click. I'm thinking I'm far enough to get a conveyor into there. And then this guy will just do, we're not even going to worry about him being... Yeah, he might even have 2 transfer engines. Let's go over to... conveyors, and yep, from you, you look nice and straight that way. Yep, you'll get in there. Yeah, and so can we put a conveyor? Sure would be nice to get over that road right there. I can even bring this guy out that way. And then, ooh, that's going to be tough. Yeah, you know what, let's just see. So we would do something like that. It's a lot of transfer engines, huh? Now the big question is, will you attach? Yes. And you will attach, yes. Now, how does that look for... this guy could go a little bit closer. So let's see, can we... That's the move right there you need to be real careful of. So we're going to take this guy... and move him a little bit closer, hopefully. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah. See that? Now we got a bit of a path through all those. Right? So, you won't attach. Oh, yeah, you will. I don't know what I did there, but yeah. All right, so this... 1, 2, 3, 4. Each has a transfer. This will have an extra transfer station. Yeah, I don't want to mess with this because this is nice for getting the trains through there, or nice-ish. Let's go over to the trains and delete some of this. There we go. All right, now can we get you through... like here, say, yeah, actually, let's see, can we get you, yep. Now, if we do that, here's what I'm thinking of. Let's get rid of this. Again, I don't want to get too distracted. That's building more. We don't want to build more. All right, because what we'll do is, like, we don't really need that track, right? And we'll leave it so that we could, like, I'll leave this off to the side. So if we ever did decide to put one in there, it's a little wavy, and, you know, it could probably, let's make it a little bit less wavy. You know, can I level you down a bit? Yeah, there we go. I think that's ever so slightly better. So what I would want to do, yeah, that's building a track. Let's get rid of this a little bit. All right, so each one of these would have a line at a certain point, and then I would take these. Let's get rid of a little bit of that and a little bit of this, and then I can, yeah, there we go. Boy, it'd be nice if we could get 3 through there. Can we? No. I didn't need to build that. But we can get another one through here, I bet. Yep. Let's go back a little bit. Nope, you don't like that. I think I'll take off a little bit more of this. And it will work like a champ. Yep. So see, now we have these lines all separated, we could have a train, you know, like an extra train sitting there waiting to get steel if we needed to. So we've, you know, like it's almost like a waypoint, not a waypoint, but a waiting point. Now we wouldn't necessarily be able to do it with this first one, but so let's get rid of all of this. And then we'll bring, like this guy would be the first line in. And actually this guy would break off after that. Yeah, let's make that real short. And this guy will come over. Right, and then this guy, well, you know what, we could see, because we could possibly bring this guy in, like all of the in could come in here, right? Like if we did, because this would be like a back in for people coming down this way, and like this one, yeah, that wouldn't work, because I need to get this guy turned. Yeah, turn like this, and then can you turn in? Right, and then get rid of this for the moment, because I don't think coal would come from any other place. And this would give that other guy, like in other words, at some point, let's delete a little bit of this so it's straighter. Yeah, this would be the coal going back out, and then, no, I'm sorry, iron, steel. And then this guy could come, yeah, you don't really want to turn real nice. Let's, I hope that's straight-ish. Right, little jaggy there. Make it look a little nicer. Yeah. Right, does that make sense? So this would be our in and out for steel down this end, and then we'd have, we'll see, we kind of got rid of our in and out for steel down the other end, but that's okay. We don't really need it. And then I do need to connect all these back up. But let's keep going with the bulk of the work, right? Let's see, we're up to probably a little over 40 minutes. So now what we need to do, yeah, these are aggregate storages, or one aggregate storage. So we just need to get a conveyor. We might be closer to done, or done-ish, where we will have some time to mess with things. So let's see, can we go from you? Too long. Okay, I can live with too long. Yeah, I'd rather this guy be a little higher than lower as he comes down. Right, like in other words, if we're going to get a train through here, I'd rather that sit up the hill so we could get trains up this way. And we'd never have people coming from this direction, I don't think. They would probably all come in and somehow get over to these tracks, right? So the real question is, how would we get people down into here? And that's where we might be able to squeeze, you know, like if I wouldn't necessarily destroy these, but hopefully I could level and or cut in here enough that we could put, we'll see. Or do we just bring them in? I don't know. All right, let's get our coal mine thing. Yeah, did I build this one? No. Or did I? No. All right, so let's build another, I said coal mine again. I don't know why I have coal mine road blocks in my head. Yeah, so kind of back here, I think will be as good as it gets, hopefully. And then back to conveyors. Now this one should be able to go a pretty good distance. I'm hoping, let's hope it gets to like here. able to get to there. Right, and then will you come straight down the hill? Too long. All right, and much like that other one, let's put it about the same height, which will be like this neighborhood. Yeah, like this neighborhood. And we come over this way a bit more. There we go. Cool. So the question now is power. I'm not too worried about. We can run that. You know, those power lines jump over everything. And the other thing I'm not too worried about is, well, see, this is kind of far away. We're going to need another stop a little bit closer to this. If we get our measuring substation tool. Yeah, see, we're going to have to probably get a stop up here. And then we'd probably want to stop. Do we want 3 stops? Like, cause if we had a stop here, and then another stop here, and then another stop here. Yeah, see, we're not. I don't want to get them too far where they have to walk forever, you know, like, and another stop will give us more flexibility. Yeah, so I'm thinking we do, now if we came here, well, see, this would be, yeah, if we could get a stop in, see, it's not getting to this one, but we could get a stop in here, and even though it's a little bit of a walk, I think they would make it. Yeah, especially if we could get it down here, because that would cover these. Or are we trying to cover too many with one stop, and then we'll get into problems? Like, should we have a stop? Well, you know what? We could have a stop just for the steel mills in the middle there. That's getting awful far to this other steel mill, though. Yeah, really, I want to stop right there. Or even right here. Can we get another train? See, I really don't want the passenger trains. I want them to be overpassed or whatever. So I'm going to have to think about this a little bit more. Probably between the episodes. This one's getting long enough. But yeah, what I'm picturing is I come in here and I level some more of this down so that we can get a railroad up there, right? So even if I have to loop it around a little long so that it's not too steep. And then I'm thinking, for the moment anyway, that we would have like another, like 2 stops, one for each of these. So like I could put train platform small is going to be enough. Like we could put a train platform small. Can't build. Oh, come on. Can't build due to what? Oh, really? You want me to be that far away from that? It's just because it's so unlevel. Yeah, there we go. So like if we were to put a stop in here, and I might be too low, but just picture this. Right, and I know I need to take that back out. And then we'd had another stop. Yeah, I might as well put it close to that guy, right? And then the control thing. Then we'd have like another stop here. Now this stop, yes, we're not even going to worry about that. Now could we... Yeah, see, I kind of like to put it right in the middle if we could get the train lines through. Not right in the middle, but like the middle of this hill. So then we'd have another one like here. And then a final one need flat terrain, but you won't. And then you go that way, and you won't, and you won't, and you won't. Yes, you will. Once you level it, you can sometimes get a little closer. And that's kind of a little bit higher up than I would want it, because I don't think we're going to get tracks through there. But see, those guys should be able to feed to each of these. I don't think, you know, when you use your measuring tool, you got to keep this in mind. Well, the substation tool. You know, like if we come from here, yeah, it's getting a little bit far to here, but we only have to get them into this, right? Or we can even let them go in this roadway, which, you know, this roadway is only 186. So if this guy, see, like we can get him in over here. You probably can't see, but there's like the little walkways in. I don't think they need to be to the center of the building, or do they? But then if we do have this, you know, we're, in a lot of cases, if these are touching, you can get it done. So these could, you know, I think those three would cover all these buildings, even if they had a fairly long walk. It's getting a little bit long at times, but, and some of it might be a little bit overlapping, but we can control where they go. And these, yeah, see, this is getting too far. Let's go back. Like, this is getting too far from this one. But is there any reason we couldn't have like another one? Well, I'd like to get it closer, even though the track will be wavy. And we're getting a little far away. See, that one's pretty close to this one, but that one's getting kind of far from this one. And we could have another one like, say, here, right? Then I think I can get through those conveyors. Yeah, and then we would, yeah, we're not running out of time, but we're like, I'm only going to worry about single tracks. But this guy, turn that sharper if I can. All right, now can I get you to, oh, there, you were yellow there. And there we go. You might not turn green, but you will after I move forward a bit. Yeah, I can get that green. See what I mean? You can't get it green one way, but yeah, this will be the problem. If anything, oh, no. Right, and then I could come back. Well, that track really doesn't need to be staying with that one. What I can do, perfect. I was hoping that would do exactly what it just did. That's awful red there. I'm a little concerned. Oh, what did I do? We don't want that. And then I missed again. All right, so this guy can come down the hill quite a bit to say there. That's funny. I had it green, and then you go to do the leveling tool, and it turns it yellow. We have another solution for that. I think it's just because this guy got a little bit too high in its enthusiasm. Nope. All right, so let's use the little leveling tool. Sometimes it's I want to call it more of an issue of left to right than right to left, kind of, or front to back. See what I mean? Like, because it could have been like half the track wasn't right. If you ever notice, it seems like it measures from both sides of the track. All right, now this guy, will you turn yellow for me, please? Too big a hill climb. Oh, I know I saw yellow at one point. Sometimes you can come back in the other way. No. And sometimes you can do like this. Yeah, what that's not going to like is, let's give this guy, well, let's give this a little down. There we go. And then if we try to bring that track across, we'll start here. Yep. Now I'll try to keep it over this way. Well, we're only going to have one track. Now, so this guy should then, well, it doesn't matter. Somehow we'll get him out of here. And I am running out of time here. So, but I think you're getting the idea. So we could come in, let's see, how can we, you know what, we're not going to do two. We're just going to do one. Right, so we'll have a loop that goes through here. Well, that's not a loop up here, is it? Well, we could do a loop. Let's back that up a little bit. Come on, too sharp a turn. Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't do this, right? Let's take this guy, delete him. I think that, yeah, good. That was a good estimate. There we go. So, you know, again, just with the idea of keeping the trains flowing, because if they have to back up or turn around, you can't stage them as well. Not that we'll be staging too many of these. So then we'll have to get these two back together. I mean, this is the in, and then this is going to be going back out. So these will have to attach to here somehow. And then what we would do is have, I mean, these guys could come in here, right? Are you going to not let me? Yeah, I have to do a bunch of work on this. Yeah, this guy's too high, but then he's going to be a problem coming back out of here, isn't he? Not too much. All right, you know what? I'm pretty much out of time. But we've gotten a good amount done, and I may finish up in between the episodes and even before the live stream, like just getting this figured out. Now, yeah, we wouldn't want to send, I mean, we could send him back and around this way and to meet up with this guy. Yeah, that wouldn't be too hard, other than he would have to cross right here. But I could do like a little overpass and then get them all going back on the same track. Okay, well, I hope you guys see what I'm getting at. Boy, we got a lot of white in there, don't we? This was a pretty massive, you know, really over 2 hour. Here, let's get rid of the wireframe. Let's take a look at it. Kind of get some image. I like to leave those white so you can see where things are going. So we got more work to do, and we can clean up some of that. So I don't feel too bad about working out some of the details off camera. You know, we got a little bit of a mess up here, but for the most part, we have, you know, what should be a very substantial area. I'm just hoping, just like with our coal, I'm just hoping we, you know, these process and that these yards divide things up nicely. That'll be the biggest thing. Like, I hope it doesn't fill the one before it fills the other. But if it does, it means we don't have enough coming in, right? So, and then same thing here. Like, will this, are we missing one? I seem to be missing something. All right, I need to say goodbye, but let's see what we're missing. We didn't put this in, and we didn't put, oh, overlaps with existing, what? So you don't like where that is, huh? All right, let's get rid of that real quick. How about now? There we go. Good. All right. Are we got everything now? Yeah. Attach 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything's attached. Whoa. Thank you. Game save. All right. There we go. That's enough. That's enough for one episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope to see you in the next episode or the live stream. Like I said, we're not going to do too much. Like I may finish up playing with some railroad tracks before, but I might not even. It's getting towards lunchtime, and I need to get some food in me. So we'll see. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you have a good day and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.